What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. I hope that all of you guys are having an amazing day. So, Tom Girardi, the ex-husband of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Erika Jayne, he has been found guilty, y'all, of all 4 counts of embezzlement and fraud. So, a federal court jury in Los Angeles found Tom Girardi, who was once a legal titan and now a disgraced former attorney, guilty on all 4 of them, y'all. Today, of wire fraud, leading a years long scheme in which he embezzled tens of millions of dollars. My God, today. The verdict concluded with a 13-day trial in which prosecutors had an emotional testimony from former clients, including a burn victim and a widow whose husband passed away in a boating accident. Employees of the now closed law firm Girardi Keys and an outside attorney who struggled to get the woman the settlement money that she had been granted. As clients went unpaid, prosecutors told the jury Girardi spent money on private jets, country clubs, and the entertainment career of his now estranged wife, Erika Jayne. That's what they put in the article. Erika Jayne, Erika Jayne. Um, Her entertainment career, all she talked about was money and, how she was an enigma wrapped up in cash and how, you know, um, it's expensive to be her. That was her song. It's expensive to be me. And all I can think about is those people's money. Oh my goodness. Um, Girardi, who's 85, was on trial for 4 counts of wire fraud, and he was found guilty on all 4. Yeah, I'm glad because he stole those people's money. The jury deliberated for roughly 4 hours before delivering a verdict. Girardi, in the same gray blazer he worn throughout the trial. Okay, obviously they did that on purpose because if you're stealing people's, you know, their millions and millions and millions, tens of millions of dollars, I'm sure you have more than one just, solid gray blazer. He could have wore what he wore in this picture with Erica. They tried it. Um, Swiveled back and forth in his chair as he waited to hear his fate. This is probably the first time in his life he ever was held accountable for anything. He turned to watch Judge Josephine Staten as she read the verdict, face impassive. As she recited the final guilty verdict, he rubbed his forehead. He could be sentenced up to 80 years in prison. He's 85 years old. I mean, I can't even imagine, living that long and having to spend the last years of your life on earth behind bars in a cage, especially because he has lived a life of luxury. You know, I don't know his, foundation, but just him being, in the demographic that he's in, the male, him being a man, him speaking English, him, being heterosexual, him being an American, like that's social capital right there. Him being in the dominant demographic group, that's social capital for him being, a very prominent lawyer for all those years. I mean, him and Erica were married for 21 years. So that is, wow, that's quite a change. After the proceedings ended, Girardi was asked by a reporter if he wanted to comment. He chuckled and said, no, no. He chuckled. I wonder if he doesn't think that the fat meat is greasy. Like, I don't know if he can still laugh. I mean, that's crazy that you would still laugh about it. I mean, maybe he's not in his right mind. I don't know. Because listen, if I, Lord willing, get to the age of 85, the last place that I would ever want to, you know, spend it is in a cage. Um, Defrauding burn victims and widows out of money that could substantially change their life and spending it on, your wife's entertainment career, which, to be honest, they said that her concert tickets were only like $7 or something. Like you know, was not someone, she was more known for being a housewife on Beverly Hills than she was for her music career. It wasn't substantial. I'll just say that. Um, Catherine Rigomez, the mother of a teenager who had been injured in an explosion, sat in the front row of the courtroom. She testified for the prosecution and she cried as the verdict was read. I would have cried too, because a lot of times, powerful people like that, Tom Girardi, him going after PG&E, and they made, Aaron Brockovich about his law firm, they don't typically get held accountable. So I would have cried tears of joy as well, or relief. Federal public defenders and prosecutors in the case declined to comment. I'm sure you did. But in the news conference outside the courthouse, the U.S. Attorney Martin Estrada called Girardi, quote, a disgraced lawyer, and he portrayed himself as a champion for the little guy. He said Mr. Girardi was no champion for justice. In fact, he was a perpetrator of injustice, victimizing his own clients when they were most vulnerable and most in need, Estrada said. This verdict represents a remarkable fall from grace. You ain't lying. A remarkable fall from grace is a really apt description. Sentencing is set for December 6th, and Girardi will remain free until then. See, that's what I mean. Like, anybody, I mean, not that I'm surprised because it's Beverly Hills, but anybody else, if they would have stolen that much money, they would have spent that time behind bars. Stanton said that he is neither a danger to the community nor a flight risk. That's a lie. First of all, I'm sorry. Him stealing millions and millions of dollars poses a much greater risk to the community than, somebody just shoplifting bubble gum or whatever and having to spend years at Rikers. And he's absolutely a flight risk. Did they not see that he spent that money on private jets? He could easily, you know, get some money that he stashed in an offshore account somewhere and go hide out in Bali with Russell Simmons. Or whatever. Whatever criminal island, I don't know, big 6, 7 figure criminals go to. All right, let me stop. Outside the courthouse, the juror Miguel Lopez told the Times that the jury believed Girardi was guilty because all evidence was there. He said the jurors relied on the evidence and that it wasn't a hard decision. No, it's not. It was, yeah, I'm really glad that they held him accountable on all 4 counts. During the trial, Girardi's federal public defenders. Okay, see, and I hate that. Like they're playing in our face. This man is a multimillionaire and a lawyer himself. He used to be a partner at a law firm. You mean to tell me? Okay. They contended that their client was mentally incompetent, of course, unable to assist his own attorneys. Okay. Let alone retain any short-term memory in the throes of progressive cognitive decline. Mr. Girardi got old and he got sick and he lost his mind, the public defender Charles Snyder told the jury on Monday. Okay, was he old and sick and out of his mind when he was stealing the people's money over all them years? I don't think so. They always try to pull the sympathy card when these people know that what they're doing is dead wrong, and I'm glad that the jury wasn't buying the BS. Snyder argued, I'm not even going to read that mess. Let me skip around a bit because this is really long. I'll link it if you guys want to read the entire thing. But they're basically just saying a lot of people were in pain and that he took advantage of them, period. During the trial, Girardi's public defenders called more than 10 witnesses, including his doctor, Helena Chu, who testified about his dementia, his former housekeeper of 20 years, and the secretaries at the law firm. Those are all subordinates outside of the doctor. Stop playing. Y'all are a mess. Not the housekeeper for 20 years. Okay. Well, they know where all the bones are buried. And the fact that he could afford a housekeeper for 20 years with those people stolen money, that's not a character witness, in my opinion. Lopez said the jury believed the doctor the prosecutors had called to the stand because he has more information, and Chu did not have enough information on the case. Girardi faces, another trial next year in 2025 in Chicago on charges that he and the others of the firm stole payouts made by Boeing to the families whose loved ones passed away in the Indonesian plane crash. So he has another trial next year. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's a wrap for Tom Girardi. So, my question is, are they gonna hold Erica accountable as well? Because you can't tell me that 20 years goes by, you know nothing. You're up there, doing your thing and all your shows or whatever, talking about it's expensive to be you with these people's money. But anyway, you guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please be sure to like the video and subscribe if you have not done so already. Thank you so much for rocking with me tonight, and I will talk with you in the next one. Take care, Aces. Bye.